Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Naija Knows. You have the beautiful ladies of Naija Knows here. I am Nika. We have Miss
Tori. How are
and
you?
Felicia.
Miss
Felicia.
Felicia. Yay. You know what? Do we have our stuff ready? Our random facts and our tips?
I
I
have
have a tip.
one.
I have a
Yep.
You
tip.
have
I've
one?
been
Okay.
thinking about it. Yeah.
Okay. All right, cool. So we'll get started with that. Whoever wants to go first.
Felicia, you can go first.
All right. So a tip. It's very simple, very quick, because I see it a lot in the gym. I need everyone when you decide, you know what, I'm gonna go in the gym and I'm gonna conquer this. Can we Google, YouTube? Can we please have proper form? Because I see so many people. I'm like, you are gonna either hurt yourself now or you're gonna feel that tomorrow because they're doing it wrong. And I'm not the type of person to go up and be like, excuse me, but can I show you? That's supposed to
Let
be.
me help you, girl.
I'm not gonna do that. I don't want to get up in people's business and with everything going on now, I'm just looking like, oh God, that's wrong. Just Google, look up stuff, just make sure your form is right, people. And so you can get the maximum result from doing, whatever particular exercise you're trying to do. I saw something in the gym over the weekend and I was like, what is he doing? Not working anything.
She'd like to demonstrate.
Yeah, because we need a visual. We need a visual. We weren't there. We didn't see it. We need a visual of what machine was he on? What was he doing?
What was he trying to do?
Okay, so
Oh, poor man.
you know the assisted pull-up machine, right?
Yeah.
You have this, you
Mhm.
have this one, and then there's another one. I don't use the other one. I use this one and this one. And then you have the two here where you can do tricep dips, right?
Mhm.
Right.
So he's holding on to the tricep dip bars
Mm-hmm.
and he's kneeling on the pad. And I
Mhm.
just see him coming up.
Just working them knees. Just
pull his knees up instead of going all the way down. Excuse me, sir. Let me just show you real quick.
just no
bother me
tricep
if I don't.
engagement whatsoever.
No, that arm straight locked. Locked.
Like, I'm gonna get these traps in.
Please, people, Google, YouTube. I mean, Instagram. There's fitness people all over Instagram. Please get your form right. Know what you're doing when you go in the gym so you do not injure yourself. Please, I am begging you. It pains me when I go in the gym and I see this foolishness. Please, I beg of you. Thank you.
Okay. All right.
End up in one of those videos where it's just people doing all kinds of weird stuff.
Yeah.
Just yeah. That was funny. I shouldn't be laughing at him, but I'm sorry. That was funny.
But you know one thing, because someone like me who didn't like the gym, never went to the gym, and then start going there by myself, and I didn't want to feel stupid. The good thing about Planet Fitness, shout out to Planet Fitness, is that they have the picture on there and it shows you how to do it and it shows you what muscle it's working. So sometimes, I look around to make sure nobody is watching me and then I look at the picture and I read.
You check it out.
Okay. All right.
But
so this how
reading
I'm
is
supposed to do it.
fundamental, though.
Yes.
Reading is definitely
more you know.
Well,
fundamental.
even with just the picture, because you know how I'm a person, I like to read. I'm going to read it, but even just the picture, it'll show you the motion, that you're supposed to be doing,
Yes.
which is very helpful.
Yeah.
So use your labels.
And don't be
Yes,
afraid
please.
to ask for help either. Like, I know that
Right.
that's the harder part, is asking for help, but don't be afraid to ask for help if you really don't know what to do. Like, don't
Right.
hurt yourself. Don't be a liability because you already
Please
signed that
don't.
waiver. Signed the waiver already. You can't
You
see
just signed
nobody.
away all your rights.
Right?
signed them all
You're
away.
liable for all injuries that happened while you were here working this machine.
Right.
Yes, you should know
Contact your
what you were
doctor.
doing. You are working out at your own risk.
Yes.
At that point.
Literally.
Please, people, I'm begging, please.
But if you need the guys out there, throw that out there. If you need
Oh
help with
yeah,
forms,
if you
have
need me,
questions,
Delion Fitness One, Instagram,
Yep.
yes, Felicia
ahead and
Delion
reach
on
out.
Facebook. Reach out. I will gladly answer your questions. I will even video chat with you. I will demonstrate exercises just so you are safe when you go in the gym. Please, people, I'm here to help. Yes, there you go.
there is help out there.
Yes, there is.
All right, Miss Tori, what's our travel tips? Okay, wait, I'm sorry. Okay, we got Felicia's Fitness, right? Because I'm trying to do the
Yes.
thing with the letters. We got Tori's Travel.
TT.
Yes. Oh, look at that. Look at you.
Okay.
Smart.
I like it. Okay, so travel tip. One that I kind of experienced this weekend, but when you go to a new locale, don't be afraid to get a little lost. Getting lost is sometimes fun. And sometimes it's the best way to learn your way around an unfamiliar place. I actually make it a purposeful habit to get to a new location and go get lost. If I have a rental car, I'm just driving around. I will scuttle around downtown, some of the areas around it, just because you never know what you're going to come across. Some places just aren't on Google. And sometimes if they don't pay to be on top of somebody's best top 10, 20 things to do list, you would never know. And sometimes you'll miss some of like these really hidden gems, by not just driving around. Like, don't get so focused on an itinerary that you lose kind of the broader picture of where you are. Every place has has something to offer, and but you're never going to find it just on Google. If you only use Google and you only use TripAdvisors and you only use like events on Airbnb or what Eventbrite or whatever, like sometimes just go out and just get lost and see what you come up with.
Explore, yeah.
Yeah, go explore. Like, don't be so caught up in it.
Yeah. And that makes it fun too, I think.
Yes.
Is when you just get lost. I remember my mom used to do that. Of course, this was the way before the days of GPS. This is when you had the paper map and had to literally use a map to see where you're going. But my mom it used to irritate the hell out of me. Let's just go this way. Let's just see where it takes us.
Let's just see. Yep, that's me. Let's see where this goes.
Oh my God, I'll be so ready to get home. But yeah, that is a way that you learn your way around and learn new spots and stuff like that. Yeah.
I'll stop traffic, unfortunately, and like slow down. And be like, what's that?
Oh, Tori,
Like,
you're
Tori,
one
and
of
I'm
those
like,
people.
Sorry. I just saw
you
flashing lights and they looked really cool. I just wanted to see what that was. Let's go.
You are one of the people I'm cussing out on the road. Oh my God.
But I got my spot though. I came back and the food was bomb. So I'm sorry for the trouble I just caused you and the slowdown, but it was.
Oh God.
I've found so many good spots doing that, and not all the time does it come up with something great, but it's worth it.
Yeah.
For every 1 out of 10 times that it works, that one time always proves to be just worth it. Always. And also you can never pack enough draws. Just, I think most people of color get that. And I think we just instinctually just pack as many draws as we can, like, just stuff in there.
Yes.
I always pack like,
girl, please, if you're going somewhere for 2 days,
4 times a day.
Yeah.
No, if
2
I'm
days,
going
I've got 10 pairs of underwear.
Right. Exactly.
Minimum.
Exactly.
And no, guys, I don't expect to be like shit my pants every twice a day. No, it's not that. It's just it's a comfort.
You're right. Yeah. The old people say, if you die, make sure you got on clean underwear. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I think it comes from that, maybe. I don't know.
Probably.
And you don't know, you might take a shower 3 times a day. You want to make sure that you're equipped.
Yeah. Everybody's got habits and things come up to just
you
never pack enough.
You don't want to be drawless unless you like that sort of thing. But
commando's a thing for some people, but not for me.
Yeah.
Not unless I'm like somewhere safe.
Yeah. She said somewhere safe.
Well, thank you for the travel tip. And of course, we have Felicia's Fitness, we got Tori's Travel, and Nikka's Nerdy. Nerd. The Nerdy Nigerian. Oh.
Yes.
There we go.
That works.
There it is.
So my random facts, as you all know, it's always been about animals. And actually, I think I was on the phone with you, Felicia, and I was coming in the front of my complex here. There's a little pond, and I was saying how dirty it was.
You're doing that one.
You're right. Wait, I forgot exactly what I was going to do or what that one was, but I did bring up something about alligators because thinking about the pollution.
Where they go when they get cold. That was the original one.
What was the original one?
Where do they go when it gets cold?
Yeah, that's what it was. But thank you for reminding me, but now I already pulled up this one. But thinking
Okay.
about the pollution and stuff, and not just alligators, but animal life in general, because the birds can't sit in there anymore because it's so trashy up there.
Mhm.
And obviously because there's alligators in there, it's not like you just get in and clean it out. You don't want to get bit. But I was thinking about what is the average lifespan of an alligator, which is 30 to 50 years.
Oh wow.
No, I'm gonna need. Mm-mm.
You need that to be shortened.
I do.
So
Why?
and they reproduce so quickly too.
Yeah, the freaking dinosaurs. They all had y'all time.
So I was thinking about that because of the trash and stuff. Like, does that shorten their lifespan? But for alligators, I don't think it does. They seem to make it through regardless. Like, they are the true, dinosaurs that are still here.
Yes.
They still exist.
Other than the roaches
They're
that
the
will
roaches of the
survive
dinosaurs.
And
the
roaches
apocalypse.
and rats.
Yes.
Rats too seem to survive everything. But yeah, that is the nerdy Nigerians fact is
Yeah.
the lifespan is 30 to 50 years. So some alligators may be here longer than we are.
All right.
So
No.
today's topic though is about, I'm sorry, y'all, something's wrong with this mic volume is so loud in my ear. Okay, there we go. Is self-care. So
Yes.
mind,
Yes.
body, and soul, which I think this is a really good topic because I think this is something that every single person should take time out for. I feel like you can't, fully operate in the world in a good way if you're not taking care of yourself. You can't give your best self to others if you're not taking care of yourself. You know what I mean? So
Exactly.
self-care is very important. Mind, body, soul. I guess we'll start with mind since that just happens to be in the order that I wrote it down here. But mind, for me, because I'm a very meticulous, logical type of person, it's like my mind is always, and like Felicia, you'll tell me sometimes, sit down.
Please.
Sit down. It's like, and when I'm not doing something, my mind's like, oh, you need to do this. Like, oh,
I tell her all the
Wait,
time, you
how
don't
have
need
I
to
not
do
done it? What
anything.
So
You
I
don't
have
need to do that.
right. I have to logically, consciously, tell myself, stop. Everything doesn't have to be taken care of today. Like, you're putting pressure on yourself. Nobody's asking you to do this. You're the one putting pressure on yourself to get something done because you've, set whatever goal for yourself, but it's okay. You're literally on your own, time clock. You're not clocking in on someone else's time clock. So sit down. So I'll do that. And, sometimes I'll read or I'll listen to music, and that helps me to sort of calm down and chill out, or have some glass of wine. That helps too, chill me out. But what do you guys do to sort of de-stress and calm your mind when it's, going?
Breathing techniques.
I was just about to say that. Yes.
Breathing techniques and being out here on the road and changing locations a lot. Meditating has been a really fun go-to key thing for me. Like when I wake up in the morning, I'll do like a guided meditation. Or sometimes I'll do a silent one too, like if I have time. So a quick guided one that I'll do, there's two actually. There's one that goes into gratitude. And then there's another one that goes into centering your energy for the day, or like an energy balancing and grounding one. And they're about 10-15 minutes. On the weekends, I'll do a longer one. And then at night, at night I will write everything down, because same as you, Nikki, my head, I'm always going like a million miles a minute, and anything that I do, it's I immediately have plan A through Z and all the point twos ready to go. Like I'm a chronic overthinker, and my anxiety tends to be high because of that. And so it's reminding myself that I literally can't do more than one thing at a time. So if I'm feeling overwhelmed, I think sometimes the best thing you can do is to take a step back. 5 minutes is not going to take away from anything. And then in the moment, you feel like it does. There's no way I can do 10 minutes. I got this to do. I can't stop. But it's like, you literally can. At any point, you can stop, walk away, and then come back and then look at it with fresh eyes, because sometimes you just keep plugging at it when you're at kind of like the end of like your stress rope isn't going to work. And sometimes taking 5 minutes to just close your eyes and breathe and do different types of breathing. So like inhaling, holding it for a certain amount of counts and exhaling slowly. Or if, there's all kinds of ways, you can look it up. But for me, that's something that I do, at least from when I'm stressed, and then to kind of help get my days started off on the right foot.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
For
Right.
me, definitely like Tori said, meditating. I find myself meditating more at night before I go to bed, because it's like everything you've gone through the day, like we're on social media, we're on computers, we're talking to other people, we're taking on other energies other than our own. So when we lay down to go to sleep, it's almost like you're heavy. So you want to get all that stuff off. And like you said, breathing, breath is life. So when you are taking that time, even during the day, like anxiety, I have anxiety too. I think most people do. They just don't know what it is because they don't know what to equate it to when they're feeling certain things. So when I'm at work and I feel myself going up, 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 and you just stop, you breathe. And when you're consciously thinking about your breath, all the other thoughts, they just fade into the background. And you're in that present moment, learning to be present in the moment.
Yes.
Definitely finding, for me, I listen to some people I found on YouTube, guided meditations. Some is just the different hertz, the sounds, the sound waves. And then some are a little more esoteric that I'll listen to like in the morning. I don't like hearing all that loud music all the time, because that's just all from waking up from meditating and being in that peaceful state. You want to kind of ease yourself into the chaos you're already going to experience, that you're going to have throughout the day, whether it be what you're seeing, whatever the case may be. But just listening to something while you're driving, that will keep you level, keep you on that even keel. But definitely meditation.
Yeah.
For me.
Yeah, I think what you said, Tori, well, both of you, like the stepping back, like I really had to like work on that, because I'm an empath. So, and for whatever reason, I don't know why, like my mom used to try to explain why or tell me why, but people come to me with their problems. Like sometimes I don't hear from nobody at all until something is wrong, then I hear from them. And for me, because I love, my family and my friends, and I want people to do well in life. And I feel like I see potential in people, and I hate when I see that they're not living up to it, or if they're letting someone else bring them away from it or whatever. So I tend to I'll preach to you or whatever. And then at night, now I'm dreaming about what you got going on,
And now you're
I'm not
heavy.
even thinking about
You pull on that
myself.
energy too.
So I had to really tell myself, you need to learn to separate, boundaries. Yeah.
Yes.
Boundaries are so
boundaries.
learn to separate and not take on. Even my dad, I was telling him about some stuff. He was like, you have to take time for yourself and separate. That issue is not your issue. Yes, be a friend, be a good person and all that, and be there for people when they need you, but don't take it on as your own, because now you're adding to what you already have as your own. So after talking to him and, listening to y'all too, I've really learned to separate myself. And in some ways it has meant a physical separation from something. And I can say, even though it was, depending on what it was, maybe hard to do because you're so used to it being that way, but it's been so much better. I feel like my mind is clear and I'm able to deal with, number one, my own stuff. But when I do, step back into whatever it is, I can be clear, and they can say whatever they want to say, or, tell me about whatever's going on, and I can still go home and not be thinking about them.
But also, but doing that, also creating boundaries for people like us who are very intuitive and who are very sensitive to other people's energies, to be able to set boundaries actually makes us better at giving advice,
sound advice,
sound good, healthy advice back to them. Because when you're an empath and you're open to that, and you start you feel what they feel, and sometimes that clouds your judgment just as much as it clouds theirs. And now it's like, they're angry about it. I'm going to be angry about that situation too. And now your blood pressure up because you're worried about being just as angry as them. And sometimes that can cloud the advice if they're asking for advice, that can cloud the advice that you give back to them, because now you're looking at it through their lens. When if you can take a step back from that and create those healthy boundaries, you can see it clearer and maybe hopefully like give them a clearer answer.
Exactly. Right. So question, knowing that about ourselves, and I noticed this about myself within the past, I'll say, year, like I have really gotten to a point where I have put myself in a bubble, so to speak, where I try my best not to interact with a lot of people, because it seems it's safer that way. There's no drama, there's peace. I come home, it's no chaos, and I'm at peace with that. And when I am in situations where it's chaotic, it's like I find myself like, no, this is too much. Like this is messing up my aura, my vibe.
Yeah, and I think people, because we're taught, or because you love your people, whoever your people are, you love them, so you want to be there for them. You want to be there when they need you. You want to be able to talk to them and them talk to you and all that. But when it comes time to go into your bubble or separate, sometimes you feel bad or you feel guilty because you're not there for that person the same way. Like you have to stop sometimes, and even maybe them, they're like, oh well, you're not here like you used to be. And it's like, you have to learn to be okay with it. And know that it's not them, and let them know it's not them. It's just, I have to protect my peace. Like the way I am, I think we talked about it in one of the other episodes, like my peace is everything to me at this point. It was not like that before.
The most important thing.
The boyfriend stuff and his kids stuff and baby, like anybody that was bringing shit to me, like I was taking it on, and it was like really messing up with my head. But like now at this point, my peace is everything. I don't care who it is. My peace is everything. I feel like if I need to separate or like, no, we're not going to do that, then I'm just going to go into my bubble, like you said. And it's okay. You have to be okay with it as well. And that's
I'm fine.
Hard, I think, for people, because you feel like you're abandoning someone or leaving them. And it's not the case at all. It's just, in order for you to operate with them in a healthy way, you do have to have your own peace. We can't all be messed up. You know what I'm saying?
I will tell you, one of the best.
It can't be like that. Somebody needs to have a level head.
Yes. One of the best things that's happened because of COVID is the remote work. So at my job, they had an open floor seating plan, and that was the absolute worst arrangement for me personally, because I'm sitting next to a floor of people, and I couldn't concentrate. I couldn't really work because I was feeling and taking on everybody else's emotions, and everybody's coming to this wide open floor, and everybody's energy is just blended all together. So I'm trying to work, and I would stop and I'd be like, what's wrong with you? And she'd be like, what? I was like, I feel like something's wrong. Just go ahead and tell me, because I can't work. Just tell me. And will this happen? And then I was like, okay, well, you brought that to work and I can feel that. So, but the one thing about my job is that we already had remote work, and I didn't abuse it, but I took full, I took full advantage of it. I would come into the office maybe once or twice a week and just work from home the rest of the days. And then when I did go in the office, I would find a private cubby and hide there all day, because otherwise I would get no work done. Like it's that hard. But knowing that and having people be like, you don't ever come into the office. No, not unless I got nothing to do and I can talk to everybody all day, because otherwise I won't be able to
you can't function.
I can't function
how you need to at work.
Yeah. And I mean, yes, I can it wouldn't necessarily, I mean, I always brought in like headphones. You always got your headphones on. Yes. Because one, you loud as fuck. You talk too loud. And I hear you on all your meetings. And you be screaming
why
they can hear you. Loud? Just turn your volume up on they can hear you. But it was that. But knowing that in order to be able to be productive, and then in order to be efficient and to save my mental state, when that is taking advantage too of the things that are open to you. So if you do have it's okay to step back and step away and create kind of like your fortress of solitude, Superman fans.
Mhm.
Like it's okay to have that, and you need that. And I think guilt gets a lot of people. So
Yes.
people feel so guilty. And then you have introverts and extroverts, and the extroverts are like, you don't want to be here, you must not like us. No, I love all y'all, but I have to also function as well, and this is how I need to function. Introverted, extrovert.
Right.
People don't like certain people, like too many people that are just acquaintances don't recharge the battery. Friends do, like great friends do. Like I could be around you guys all day and not feel drained, but like
yes, some people you just feel like you need to go home. You need to just fall into, get up under the bed.
Yes, after clubbing, after like hanging after a party or anything like that. Yeah, I'm real excited to get home. Me and Nikki, we would go out, and the first thing we would do because I'm not trying to close down no club at like 1 o'clock. I'm like,
yeah,
I'd be dancing. I'd be like, Nikki,
come on,
Nikki be like
dancing to the door.
And we dance right, body roll right on out the door. We go home. Home we go. That's why I love going out with Tori, because she know like we here. We
right, my feet just clenched up a little bit. I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
Like when we went out that last time, Nika, I have an alarm on my phone that tells me when it's my bedtime, and it goes off about 10:30, I think, to let me know like it's almost 11 o'clock. You need to start winding down. I looked at Nika. I said, "Look, I'm supposed to be in bed."
We forced her to stay out that night.
My phone said,
"Y'all want to go to another place?"
I'm tired.
We can go home. I'm tired. Like, no, we're going here now.
There's no need to shut down any club no more.
No, there ain't nothing happening.
No, and the music at that point sucks anyway. Like the music starts sucking around like 1:30 anyways.
Yeah,
so
because they figure everybody's drunk. Nobody's really.
They're playing the secondhand music.
Right. Well, another part, since we're talking about beds, is the body. Self-care. Body. So since we're talking about beds, and you said it, Tori, I absolutely, Felicia can tell you, because I get excited when I'm about to go to my room and get in my bed. Because I'll be like, we'll be on the phone sometimes. We'll be like, girl, I'm about to get in my spot. I'm about to get in my spot.
Girl, she did that to me one day. I was at work. I was so mad. I was in the office and I couldn't get in my bed. I said, get up.
Yeah,
you see her wiggle down.
And once I put my bonnet on, like
she did that move right there, Tori. She slid down with the blanket.
For the years I didn't make my bed, and sometimes I still don't, because like the best thing for me sometimes is to see my bed the way I left it.
Yes.
And it's like because that last spot when I get out of bed was when I was last comfortable, and then when I see my bed and I see the cover flipped right where I was like, oh, I can just slide right back in there.
And your bed's
are you telling me?
And it's already, and then just flip the cover back, and I'm back in it. Like,
am I the only psycho? Because I make my bed every morning.
I've started making my bed, but not all the time. Like it just depends. I have to be,
because I like to be like, one side of my bed is always straight anyway, because there's nobody there. But I like to be able to see that cover flip back, and like I said, my bed saying, come on.
But you don't like that feeling when you get home and you flip it back after you get out the shower, and you just
no, because now I have to readjust the whole spot again. I got to get in there and I got to dig in. I gotta warm up where my feet are real quick. I gotta like fluff the pillows because now they straight, and I don't sleep with the pillows straight, so I have to like rearrange them in their proper spots, and like
it's too much.
It's too much. That's exercise right before I go to sleep. I literally just a hot dog bun. I just want to just
exactly
slide on it. Slide some more to me.
Oh, I love that movie.
Let it slip down the spine.
Yeah,
you got that WD. Oh, I haven't really watched it. Frisco will be just fine.
Speaking of movies, real quick, y'all, I let Maya watch The Color Purple, and she absolutely loved it.
Aw.
Yeah.
Also, now you can with her anytime.
Yes. Yeah. See, and you us never broke my
you and me.
Oh, but yes, getting proper rest is very
Yes.
important. And then Felicia already talked about the fitness. Well, she's talking about exercising, but exercising in general, and I think
Mhm.
too, like especially with I guess the world in general, but we'll talk about America because this is where we live. It's so put on like what you're supposed to look like, what you're supposed to look like, what you're supposed to
Mhm.
look like, skinny, 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 thin, 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 thin.
Mhm.
I think at the end of the day, you need to be healthy. So for me, like for I was never at least looking at me, people wouldn't say I was obese, but if you look at the numbers, I'd be considered overweight, not obese, but
Mhm.
overweight.
Mhm.
But I had to stop looking at the number and just figure out what's healthy for me. Because even now with my
Mhm.
weight, if I were to put it, they would say that I was overweight for my height.
Mhm.
But
Same.
really,
Yes.
it's I've built muscle and everything. So I think it's important for people to pay attention to the scale, yes, because if you're obese, then yeah, maybe you should do something about that, but focus on just being healthy, and I think
Mhm.
everything else will fall into place. So focus on your
Yes.
eating, like you were saying last time, the 80-20. Your eating is
Yes.
so important. If you're eating right, your body is naturally going to adjust itself
Yes.
to how it needs to be. So definitely the eating, the regular exercise. And if you start out small, because when I started out,
Just
I was
walking.
going to the track, just
Yeah.
walking. That's all I
Mhm.
was doing. I wasn't doing anything else. And then gradually was able to jog a little bit and then, walk and then jog all the way around. And then I started going to the trainer and doing the group classes because I needed the group feel to get me in the mode, and then eventually able to go to the gym by myself, and do
Mhm.
one-on-ones with the trainer. So it's always, working your way as long as you're working toward it. You don't have to
Yes.
throw yourself into it because a lot of people think that, oh, I got to go in the gym and
Do
I gotta lift all these weights. I can do this.
the people that
No,
do like the the
ease your way into it.
the the push up crisscross? I'm gonna land on my elbows,
Yeah,
people's elbow
that
in the
it
air.
doesn't.
Like, why are we
No,
doing?
no,
Why are we
no, you
Right.
don't
doing
need to do
It
that.
doesn't
gymnastics
have to be
now?
so
No,
No.
intense. Literally, you
no.
can ease your way into it, gradually work your way into it, as long as you're doing it and you're doing it in a healthy way.
Yes, and have
Yes.
fun. Find something that I think it's about sustainability and finding something
Right.
that you actually can and want to do long term.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, everybody said for me, I like to lift, but I also am addicted to Soul Cycle. Shout out to all Soul Cycles everywhere. You have my
We'll do
heart,
it on
and
Thursday.
you also
Yay.
have my money because them damn outfits be so cute. So
Yo,
cute.
I was looking at the price of those outfits
And they're too
today.
much. And they're too much, but they're still so cute and they're so comfortable.
Tori.
Girl,
Tori.
give me this is my one thing. That's my one thing
There's
that I,
Tori.
one thing that you're
They're
willing to spend money on, regardless of how
they're
much.
not
they
even no, they're
are.
not even expensive. The price is
I love it.
Ridiculous.
I'm so sorry.
it's no. I was trying to find another word that was beyond ridiculous because that doesn't even describe the
It's
prices I saw
bad,
today.
but I love
You
it.
didn't
I
look?
love
Girl,
I
I
love the
saw a
looks.
hoodie for $195.
What does
Yeah.
it say on it?
So
For $195,
I don't go for the
all
hoodies.
over it.
I like the sports bras and the like and the leggings and the different tops.
The leggings are almost $100.
I know.
For one pair?
But
Yes.
you have to watch for when they do sets.
Okay.
Sets are better. Sets are
So
better.
you get more for your money when you do a
Yes.
set.
Yes.
Okay, I hope so.
Watch for sets.
No, I'm not watching for anything.
No, you
no.
no, I know. I watch for sets. That's
No,
my guilty
ma'am.
pleasure.
Okay, we all have that, and that's
Yes,
yours.
that's my
Okay.
one. That's my one guilty
Okay.
pleasure. So
All
most
right.
of the time, I just tell the girls in there, I'm like, "Don't let me buy anything today," and they're just like, "Okay, well, no, put it back." Okay, thank you.
Oh yes, yes.
But yes, find something you can do that you enjoy doing. If you like Zumba, go ahead and do Zumba. If you like to lift, go ahead and go pick up them weights. If you like a whole bunch, you like running, go do running. I don't like running, but if you like to run, go run. Like find something that you can do and you enjoy. Because if you try to jump on something, like if you try to jump into what's it called, CrossFit, and you don't like CrossFit, you're not gonna do CrossFit.
You're not gonna
Do
push
it.
yourself. Yeah.
Right.
And you're gonna damn near hurt yourself.
Yeah,
Right.
no.
It is insane. Nothing
Yeah, no.
against CrossFit. Like I said, that's your jam. That's your jam.
Do
And
it. But there's nothing about that says, ooh, I want to try that now.
but find you a CrossFit, gym that actually helps with form.
Yes.
Otherwise,
Right.
all your shoulders are gonna be dislocated.
Y'all gonna be hurt, like I said. Now,
Pinch nerves in your hips
Right.
and back, and you gonna be jacked up with like one high shoulder. Like, just make sure you find somebody that has like find a gym that makes sure that they've like focus on form. But like,
Yeah.
yes.
yeah,
Or if you could find somebody like Felicia, because Felicia
I don't
kinda
do
goes to the-
CrossFit though.
No, she doesn't do CrossFit, but we've gone to the gym and she's good. I don't know how she is with beginners, but I know to me she's very mean. But that's just me because she knows me. She wouldn't be like that with everybody else.
called motivation.
But she's good with
Yeah.
keeping motivated
Gentle
and the
motivation.
different exercises and stuff, and it works. I can say that
Yes.
she knows what she's talking about. She knows what
Even though the last time, if you look on her page and mine, she told me how much she did not like me in the span of an hour. I've never heard it so much in just an hour.
It's like, you know what? All this time I thought we were friends. And
She said, I was talking. She said, I wish you would just shut up.
Yes, I'm like that too. I get mad when stuff starts to burn. I get real mad. So that's why I usually will do like online coaches, or I would just be like, just give me the program and walk away. Don't sit there and watch me. Like my coach so when I was prepping for the bodybuilding competition, my coach, bless his soul, because he was amazing. He came down from Canada to do a family vacation in Florida, but stopped to come train me in person since I had never like seen him.
Nice.
And I wanted to cuss him out in Canadian French. I wanted to cuss him out, and he was like, "You." I was just like, "Fuck you."
Get out my face.
You got this. You got
This
two more.
weight in your head are about
You got 5 more. Don't tell me how many I got left. Just let me move. Just shut up. Like I get so mad when it starts to burn. Just or I had an ex that when we used to go running, track and field person, when we used to go out, he was like, he would try to get me to like help me with my running to get better. And he would be like, all right, don't worry about it. He's like, we got a quarter mile left. That made me want to stop right there and be like, nope, don't tell me.
Exactly. The trainer.
Come on. Shut up.
The trainer I work with, shout out to MK Fitness, Markeith, what up? He we were doing leg day one day. He was like, yeah, this is going to be a 600 rep day. I said, you know what? You should have never told me the number.
Like, I'm ready to go home
because I want to go home.
Yeah,
I don't want to be here anymore. Don't tell me it's going to be 600 reps. Just tell me
it already hurts. It already hurts. I'm not gonna do it.
He always say,
I'm gonna pull up all my old injuries and be like, "Ooh, my knee hurt. Ooh, no, that hurts my hip." After like the third step, that hurts my hip. No, that hurts my knee. Ooh, my
wow.
shoulder.
Wow. Us as trainers, we don't care. We still want you to do it.
I know, because y'all are masochists and evil like that.
Exactly.
But that's why we pay you. That's why we pay you.
When we went last time, I was like, why am I here? Like, why am I doing this? Nobody is forcing me to do this. Why am I purposely?
Because you love the torture. You secretly love it. That's what it is.
The endorphins after working out is no joke. My day is always so much better after sweating it out.
That's why I like to go in the morning. Before I would go do like evening workouts, but now I prefer the morning because I feel like it gets me going.
I like the evening workouts too, because I feel like I sleep better too when you do it early enough in the evening and you give yourself time to wind down before you actually lay down to go to sleep. It's actually good to work out before bed.
Yeah.
I like mornings too. I'm a morning
Another
person.
thing that I like, speaking of like winding down, is massages. I feel like everyone should have a good massage at least once a month. Regardless of whether you're like super active or not, just from even just sitting at work, we're sitting in a chair all day, sitting at a desk all day, your arms are like in a certain position using. It's so good to get a massage. I got this one. I mean, we're shutting out a lot of people today. Essentials Massage in Brandon. They have this one called the Raindrop, and they do all these essential oils and they focus on your neck and your back and your feet. And when I tell you I fell asleep and I was snoring, my snoring is what woke me up. I was like, oh,
so Nika, are we going?
She's like,
are we going?
It's okay.
I don't go with
like,
we
can't go until you come.
Wait till I get there.
So I gotta wait till you get here because I was sure was gonna get one Friday.
Because I need and think about that. Actually, so Soul Cycles today is right next to a massage spa here in Denver, and I was just thinking that I was like, my ass needs a massage.
Yeah, that Raindrop massage, whatever oils, and whoever that girl was, like if I had it like that, I sure would have paid her. to just
Bless her hands. Bless her
just come
hands.
to my house on a regular basis. It was so good. I like the deep tissue, although it feels kind of
Yes.
beat up initially afterwards, but that helps to get a lot of the knots and stuff. But like regular massages are like everything to me. Those are
Hold on. You
Ooh.
remember when I was saying about my bedtime reminder? It just came up. So it comes on at 10:44. It just, I saw it light up like, oh, it's telling me.
Are you telling us to wrap it up so you can go to bed?
I know, right?
You was like,
Boy, it's time. Y'all talking too much now. Okay, it's my bedtime.
I'm not that old now. I was just reiterating because I didn't know what time. I thought it was 10:30. It goes off at 10:44. Like,
so do you guys
Okay.
really quick question on massages? Do you guys have a preference on man or woman masseuse?
I've only ever been massaged by a woman, so I always ask for a woman
mhm.
whenever I, get one. I mean, because they will ask you, at least that one place does.
Yeah, they
and
will there.
I've never had one from a man, so I don't really know.
No, there's no preference, but I feel like men can be a little more heavy-handed, and I need them to really get down
Yes.
deep in those muscles.
Yes.
So
that's what I feel. I
if
usually
I have
will
the
request a
option,
man.
if the option is there, can I have somebody who's gonna like tear my muscles apart
Right,
so
just
I
get in
can
there.
break all the muscles apart,
Elbows.
please? Yeah, let's do that.
Yes.
Yeah, yes.
I
The
wanted to
forearm,
hurt. I
'cause,
wanted to hurt so good. Like that's how I like
Yes.
I like deep tissue because I'm like I need this to hurt so
Yes.
good. I need to know that you fix those muscles because I hurt.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Like the last one I had, the lady was good, but she was a little light-handed. But I felt her, right, the shoulder blades, like she gets the knots, you feel the bubbles. Like I felt her doing that. I'm like, okay, she's about to get in there, and then she'll let up. I'm like, oh damn. Yeah, I need that.
No, same. I was like, I
definitely
thought I was
haven't-
about to hurt for a second.
I haven't had that experience. Like this one girl, when I got one time, and did the deep tissue. Like I almost wanted to fight. Like, girl, like I told you, lighten up now. Like, damn. She was like, with her elbows all down up in there, and that just hurt. I was like, okay,
But
that's
it's
too much, too much.
We're the two masochists. We're
Yeah,
the
true.
masochists.
We
Yes.
like pain.
Yes.
Really was
Yes.
The other thing I like though is the grooming. So occasionally I do like to get my nails done. Most times I do my own pedicure. Like I bought a little foot spa from, I think it was like Target. It was like $20 or $30, and it has like the bubbles. So I'll put like Epsom salt in there and I'll soak my feet if I don't, get an actual pedicure. But grooming, I think for me anyway, that helps me too. Makes me feel better because my
nice
hands
reset.
are pretty.
Yes.
Having somebody come up there and like rub your hands. Because this last time I went and I got a pedicure and they came and did my nails while I was doing my pedicure too. And the owner walks by, he was like, "Oh, look at you sitting there like a queen." I said, "Oh, yes, sir."
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Because I am, honey. Get my feet and my handles done at the same time.
Man.
I like, for me too, that's like one of the ways that I like to take care of myself and make
Yes.
myself feel good. And I feel like this is the one thing that's strictly for me. Because a lot of times, especially when you're a parent, like a lot of stuff, you would do stuff for yourself, but it's like always the kids, like you focus, oh, I got, so that they can be okay. I got, so they can be okay. I got to do this, so this is like my nails is the one thing that's completely 100% about me.
Yes.
And I love it.
Yeah. See, I don't do my own feet. I go get that done too. I got to be bougie with it at least once a month.
Yep,
Nails,
once a month.
feet, hit it. Let's do it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not touching my feet. Like I'm looking at them now. Like, yeah, we're gonna go get you done tomorrow. Yes, we are. My nails too.
I like when they get that cheese grater thing and they oh,
get
I
it,
love
get
that
it,
thing
get
so
that
much.
one, get the one thing on the corner. Thank you.
Yes, get all of that, girl.
And I'm weird like that. I'm always like, "Ooh, let me see the towel." It's like, "Oh, look how much came off."
You want to see it? Like,
I
that's
do.
me.
Like, "Ooh, that's me." Okay, you did that. Thank you.
Thank you.
So soft.
Right? You get home, you feeling them. They just slide and smooth. Yeah.
Yes, I love that.
The best. It's the best.
Food wise, food too.
So soul self-care. I think out of mind, body, soul is probably
soul glow.
Sorry.
Just let it shine through. Just let yourself. It is.
But the soul, I think, is that's a connection to everything else. I think your soul is like your true self. So I think out of all the other two, mind, body, of course, everything is important, but that soul got to be right.
Yes.
Got to be right. Soul care, I think for me, probably more so because I grew up in a religious, a Christian home. Prayer, and when I say prayer, I mean in the Judeo-Christian sense, prayer, is what is good for me. A meditation too, which we talked about that.
Mhm.
Now I have some other things probably that go, I won't say against, but probably not in the same traditional line as
Favorable.
that all the way.
Mhm.
But generally speaking, every morning I pray. I set my intentions for the day. I meditate. I'd say set my intentions for the day, and I pray for my myself, my children, my family, my friends, and their children every day. And it's not necessarily like getting on my knees and kneeling next to the bed and doing that. I'm just laying there, sometimes just spread out with my eyes open, staring at the ceiling,
Mhm.
and I
Yeah.
pray, and that helps to set my day, helps me to make sure that inner self is at peace, because sometimes I'll wake up, I have dreams about people sometimes and be like, oh, I need to call them or make sure they're okay, because that's happened to me a bunch of times where somebody will be on my mind like randomly, or I'll dream about them and I'll call them, be like, oh my god, this happened, blah blah blah. So it's just making sure that even my dreams sometimes, so I'll sit and analyze those, depending on what it was about. Sometimes it's just random stuff from watching TV or whatever, but sometimes they actually do mean stuff. A lot of times they do.
Mhm.
So making sure all that stuff is at peace before I get out of my bed and go interact with my children, or interact with anybody else. For me, it's making sure prayer and meditation help me to get in that space where, like, okay, Nika is okay. Nika is intelligent. Nika is sane. Nika has all her marbles. Nika knows how to operate in the world. Nika can handle anything that comes her way today. And that's how I start my day and get ready to, do everything else that I feel like I need to do. So that
Yes.
for me, that soul care, one of the things, I know I'm talking a lot probably. One of the things that also helps me is like going to the beach, because I feel like a lot of times I go to the beach by myself.
Yes.
But even just sitting there and watching the water, watching the animals, just watching nature just be nature, its natural self, is also helpful to me to, like,
Let it go.
bring down,
Let it go.
ease, be at one with nature, with the wind, with the air, and like that's to me is like everything. I love it. I love
When
it.
you go to the beach and you ever listen to the ocean, it's shushing your thoughts,
Hmm.
just to quiet everything. It's literally, listen to it.
Mhm.
Shh. It literally shushes you
Hmm.
to just be in that moment. Yeah.
Yeah.
One
Yeah,
day
I
it's just
love
gonna
it.
be like, be quiet.
Like, oh,
Whoa.
I mean, y'all gonna be like, shut up. Just be quiet.
Oh, all right, y'all, time to go.
Nope, I'm out. I knew there was mermaids
Um,
out there. Damn water spirits telling me to be quiet.
well, one of the
um,
ways that, yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
grounding, gratitude, definitely, because Nick, I can tell you, I've had moments the past few months now where it gets kind of dark and it's very morbid, and my mind goes to when we eventually cease to exist. So I have to ground myself, and I have to, when I wake up and I open my eyes, immediately I'm grateful. I get to be here another day. I get to see my daughter. I get to, whatever's to come at me this day, I get to live this life again. If anything, just for one more day, just thank you. And of course, I have my vision board, and I have my affirmations that I say. I have them in my phone that pop up every morning.
Mhm.
Just, yeah, mainly just gratitude, and yes, praying, but that gratitude right now for me is,
Yeah.
it's hitting different.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Gratitude, yeah. As you get older, yeah, gratitude does hit very, very differently. It's a driving force in the morning. For me, soulfully, it is. It's listening to my affirmations. It's writing my affirmations. I do a lot of journaling. Go through a lot of journals, especially out here. So those times where I get stressed or anything like that, and I need to walk away. Most of I walk away to go write, and even vocalizing feels good to me, because sometimes I vocalize better than I write. And even though sometimes that's me, it's something as weird as videotaping myself just talking, or getting in my car to go drive and just vocalizing how I'm feeling. So
Mhm.
that private moment in the car when you're just driving, like if I'm
Isn't that the best?
yes, if I'm on a highway and
Mhm.
you don't realize how much you hold in
Mhm.
until you say it out loud. And if you don't want to say it out loud in front of anybody else, you don't have to. You can say it out loud in front of for whatever you believe in, whoever you feel like is there listening to you. Saying things out loud. I go through, if I'm going through a breakup, talk about, while I'm driving down the highway by myself, half singing and wailing to music. Music's another thing too I do soulfully
Yes.
for myself. I listen to music 24/7. There is a soundtrack to my whole life. Most of it's India Ari. Shout out to India Ari if you want to ever,
Yes.
please. I'm a lifelong fan. You've got me through my whole adulthood. So just some throw that out there at India Ari. Hi.
She's like, yes. Can I meet you one day? Can we sit
Please.
down? Can we talk?
I dressed up as you for Halloween one year. I even borrowed somebody's guitar and stuck
Oh.
like flowers and ladybugs on it. Yeah. So anyway, so outside of that, but like vocalizing, because I spent so much time not hearing myself speak, not vocalizing, just letting things just kind of go, to talk and hear what I actually have to say out loud is such a soulful release for me. That's another thing that I do soulfully, whether when I'm by myself in my room or in the car, just talking out loud. Now, not talking to myself like I'm asking myself a question and I'm answering back kind of thing.
There's
Like,
nothing wrong with that, Tori.
Apparently, this is what Felicia does.
but I mean, like there's a level to that. Like, but actually being like, my feelings are still hurt. If it's a break, my feelings are still hurt about this breakup. I didn't deserve that shit. But what can I do? Just gonna and just letting it out and just how I feel in that moment, regardless of whether anybody's listening or not. That's soulfully something that I do for myself on occasion when I feel like I need it.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, for me too, that journaling. Because and mine are so random. Like some are in my phone, some is like a notebook next to my bed that I have, and ones that I have in my closet. But that journaling, because I felt, like you, like nobody hears me or nobody cares what I have to say anyway. So, I spent a lot of time not saying anything at all. So journaling, really helped me. Now I'm a lot more vocal now than I used to be, but obviously we're
Yes.
doing a podcast. But yeah, journaling and definitely the music. Music is like, I mean, when I think about it, I grew up around music. My dad played the guitar. My mom was always listening to music, and she would put the record, and this was the days of the record player. She would put it and she would lay in the middle of the floor with her hands behind her head, and she would just bob her head back and forth, just listening to music. So I was always around music, all types of music. My dad played, classical. We listened to gospel. We listened to jazz. We listened to, of course, Nigerian music, reggae, like some of everything. Like even like what was it called? The Beverly Boys, like Johnny Cash. Like we listened to everything. So I
Yeah.
love, 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 love music, and that really, really helps me. Keisha Cole helped me get through breakups so many times. I feel like
Man.
Keisha Cole, like her first and second album, Jill Scott, Erica Badu, I love like the way you feel about India Arie. That's how I feel about Erica Badu. Like if I ever met her, I'd probably faint. I
Oh
would
yeah.
probably literally
I
faint.
went to
I don't
one
feel like I'm a
Erica. I
big
went to
like
one
fan of
NDRE concert
anybody.
and cried like
Yeah,
a
that's how I
hot
feel
mess
like I would
baby.
be.
Like I was just like in tears, just like watching
Yeah.
her.
And I don't
Like,
consider myself like I've seen celebrities before and I don't think of
yeah.
anybody that I'd be like, oh, I don't care that much. But Erica Badu, I would probably actually just
The only
heart
person I was
attack, die,
ever
and then
like
come
that
back.
about was Michael Jackson. He was the only artist I was ever like that about.
Yeah, I
was it.
love me some Michael too.
Yeah.
But as
Yeah.
far as like getting through like personal shit, I feel like personal stuff, Keisha Cole definitely got me through breakups. That first album, I should have cheated. Girl, look.
She spoke to your soul, didn't she?
Have y'all heard
She spoke to me.
Jasmine Sullivan's
Girl.
Hotels?
Yes. Hotels.
Woo!
Yes. Jasmine
Gonna make a
Sullivan's
hoe
good.
out of me. Yes.
You remember, you remember what's Showtime at the Apollo. I remember when I first saw her perform. I have it on VHS, probably somewhere in one of these boxes I got from my mom's house. But I recorded it. She has been singing for a very long time. And when I tell you her voice is just as powerful now as it was back then.
Mhm.
She
There's
is
a video.
absolutely amazing.
If you pull up, it might still be on YouTube of her. She played Dorothy in The Wiz, and she's singing Home.
Yes.
And yeah, like you said, she was
Yes.
singing then, and she was like 10.
Yeah.
An 11-year-old. Like, yeah, her voice is
With a
amazing. I
grown
have her
woman
music
voice.
too.
Yeah.
But
Absolutely
yeah,
amazing.
Erica Badu is it for me. I love her. I feel like some of her stuff is a little like sort of weird to me. That wasn't New America, whatever the name of that album is, but her other stuff, that Mama's Gun album,
Yes.
that's good. That's
I
a
haven't heard
good
that one. I'm
album.
gonna have to listen to that.
Yes, that's a good. The whole thing is good. So definitely music is a
Everything.
way that soothes the savage beast.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. That's how we
Bring
keep
me
from going to
all
jail
the way
and wearing
down.
that orange
And even
jumpsuit.
when I'm feeling angry or feeling like hyped, about something, like Trina will turn me up. If I'm feeling
Right,
like, you know what, fuck you, nigga,
that.
I'll put me on some
Yes.
Trina, some Kaya, some shit, and I'll jam out. And that stuff makes me feel good because I feel like it's getting that aggression or whatever, that
Yes.
anger out.
And it's not
So,
always
it could
sadness.
be
Sometimes you just
anything.
mad as
Yeah.
fuck. Sometimes you
Yeah.
just want to be you just upset and angry.
Yeah, niggas ain't shit but hoes and tricks.
Yes.
The pearl tongue, you keep your dick.
And then I'm like, India Aubrey, this too shall pass. That her rendition of that, like, will just when I need to cry, if something traumatic and I need to cry, I will go ahead and play that and just be like, all right, give me my bottle. I will sit purposefully in the dark with a box of tissues and some wine and just be like, all right, I'm about to cry. And crying is important too, y'all.
It is.
Mind, body, and soul. Crying is important. Men and women. For men especially, because I think obviously in our society
they're taught not to.
Yeah, men aren't afforded, I think, social, like culturally, the freedom to cry like we are as women sometimes. So I feel like that dynamic is changing slowly, like with the feminist movement and stuff. Sometimes it's looked down upon, like now, for women to start to cry. So it's like, it's a man's world. If you want to be treated like a man, you gotta not know. I'm gonna cry. Give me a second. I'm gonna go walk to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back. Like everybody, crying is such a release.
It's that release. Yeah.
It's such a release of these things that you have balled up in your heart. So sometimes it's okay to just like let it go.
Yeah.
Yes. I've had moments I've called Nika, sobbing uncontrollably, telling her, Bacon, stop. I don't want to do this, because I'll cry for like 10 minutes and I'm like, I didn't. Bacon, stop. She's like, what's wrong? I'm like, and I get it's healthy, but
yeah, crying is important. And I've always been a crier, but because I was like, picked on, or like, people do that. So I just learned not to cry. So now, I cry obviously, but
yes, but when she does, you're like, oh my God, who did it?
Who did it?
Yeah,
right?
like
Where's my
that's
bag?
the reaction.
Where's my bag?
Go?
That's the reaction I get. People like, oh, what happened? What happened? What are you crying? What happened?
I need to come. I need to come now.
Felicia, he got her over here crying.
Let's go. Let's go.
I'm flying.
All I got to do is grab my bag. Let's go.
Right, I'm flying in.
Yeah, it's for me, like I said, being picked on because of it. I just, learn to not do it, at least not do it in front of people, and not even tell people that I cry. But I do cry. I'm very sensitive. I'm not a hard ass like I come off sometimes. It's just I've masked.
Wait a minute, but we can be though.
But we can be. If we need to be. There's time and place for everything.
Yeah.
Right. But yeah, crying is definitely important. It is a release. Sometimes I do it in the shower. I find myself, when I do cry, a lot of times it's in the shower. I think because it's like the whole element of like being naked. It's just you.
Vulnerable,
in the water, and it's just like whatever you're thinking about, and this is like you just let it out. And a lot of times I'll cry in the shower and I feel so much better when I get out. My body is clean, my mind is clear, my soul is clean.
It makes for a good sleep.
Yes, I was going to know, it's the sleep. That cry where you have no more tears left and you just heaving at that point. Like the bottom lip you can't breathe, you can't talk, like just getting everything out where your tear ducts are just dry at that point. Then you go to sleep. And you wake up the next morning and be like, what you mean I was crying yesterday? I feel good today. And there was fabulous. I am wonderful. I'm a strong Black woman. Who's the man?
I'm the man.
Man.
Strong,
uh,
healthy,
uh,
back man.
You would never know nothing's wrong.
No.
But that only after that one good cry for some reason.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, self-care, y'all. My
Do it.
soul,
Love it.
whatever
Enjoy
takes
it.
for you.
Make it a
Obviously,
habit.
right. We've talked about what works for us, how we deal with that. But yeah, make sure you take care of yourself.
Yeah.
You gotta take care of yourself. You should always, that's another thing. Okay, this is gonna be last minute that I talk.
Can't pour from an empty cup.
Another thing, exactly. You can't pour from empty cup. And a lot of
Yeah.
times, if you say I'm number one, the way society works, oh, you're selfish. You're being
You're not.
bougie, haughty, or whatever. But no,
Be bougie.
you literally
Think
have
about
to put
yourself.
yourself
Yes,
first.
think
Yes.
about
That's
yourself.
the only way you can then, take care of others, is if you're taking care of yourself. Because
if you're not okay, how can you take care of your
Exactly.
children?
And
How
I
can you
remember
go to work and function?
Right. I remember my mom used to say, whenever she would, going to church and, going to visit sick people, she would always ask the person that was taking care of the sick person, how are you? Because a lot of times the person taking care of the sick person will die before the actual sick person dies,
Mhm.
So it's like, check on your strong friends, make sure they're okay.
Yeah.
It's okay
your
to
strong
take
friends.
care
Wait a minute.
of
Y'all
yourself.
okay? How about that? Are y'all okay today? Oh, Tori.
Just kidding. No, I'm
Sugar? All right. All right, Sugar.
No, I'm good.
Y'all good? We're all good?
Yes, we are all good.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
And if not, we know that we can always call each other. Have a tribe too, guys.
Mhm.
As you get older, whittle down your friends, and because if you're in your 20s, just know all them folks ain't your friends, just point blank. And as you
Preach.
get older, that circle's gonna get smaller, but but the quality of that circle is gonna get bigger.
Quality
And your
over quantity. That's
quality
what we
over
need to remember.
most of the folks now you think are your friends, if you're young, if you're really young, most of them are just acquaintances.
Sometimes older people too.
And sometimes other people too, but just know that it's okay. And if you see your friend group starting to like condense down, it's okay. It's boiling down to the good stuff, and let that happen, because your tribe will can get you through almost anything.
Yeah. And I even have it on my vision board. Your vibe attracts your tribe.
Yes.
Yeah. And even with those friends, like you said, whittling down to the quality, and even being open to new friends. Because I have people that are fairly new in my life that I've only known for maybe, 2 or 3 years, that have been like real, true, solid type of people that I know, if I feel like I want to talk about something, I can actually go to them, and one, that they'll listen to me, but two, if I ask them advice or anything like that, they're going to give me good, solid feedback. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times, people tell you what you want to hear, but you need somebody to tell you the truth at the end of the day. Like, nah, you tripping. It's okay, and that's the type of people that I like. And I find that's the type of people that I'm now, the new people that I've had those people all the time, but even the new ones are people that are like that. And I just,
that's the
I love
standard.
it.
Have the same energy. Yes.
Yes.
You
That's
set
the
the standard for yourself. There you
Yes,
go.
exactly. So this was beautiful. Namaste.
Yes.
Take
It's
that
a nice
in.
episode. So guys, we're sort of getting to the end of our season 1. Can you believe we actually have a season? This is so cool.
You stayed with us.
This is episode number 8. We got 2 more. We have a fun one for the last one, for episode 10. We're going to be doing a live. We'll let you guys know where it'll be. It's either going to be on probably Instagram or YouTube. But of course, we'll be posting and stuff like that about when it's happening. But in the meantime, we'll be posting more stuff about our own individual personal lives and us together at different times on our page, which is Nyjah Knows. That is Nyjah Knows on Instagram. We haven't created a Facebook page for that yet, but we will. So Nyjah Knows on Instagram. Of course, you can catch all our episodes on YouTube, also at Nyjah Knows. And my personal page, Nikka, is Nikka, Nike _8201. For the head wrap tutorials, it's Rap Queen 82. Those are both on Instagram. We do have a Twitter as well. I don't like Twitter, so I haven't quite figured it out.
It's weird. It's weird.
Tweets on there, and just like when I get into it, I get frustrated. Like, what is
Their
all this?
stocks are going down.
Who's retweeting what?
We'll put them on the back burner.
Once we figure that, we'll get to Twitter, but Twitter is sort of on the back burner for right now.
Yeah,
you guys can shout out your pages as well.
Deleon Fitness 1, Instagram, Felicia Deleon on Facebook. It's it mirrors one another, but whatever platform you choose to use, you can find me on either one.
And I am solidly on Instagram at Tootsie Roller 12 for my personal page, and then at where I'm going. So where underscore I'm underscore going, no G, for my travel page.
All right, guys. So
Yes,
again,
like, comment, subscribe,
Yes,
share,
feedback.
tell your
share,
friends,
feedback,
spread it,
comments.
spread it.
I
Tell
appreciate
everybody.
everyone that has reached out to me either by phone call or text message or Facebook Messenger, or the couple of comments that we have on YouTube. Thank you guys so much. And the few people,
We appreciate
shout out to
you. Yes.
Terrence, my coworker, who gives me good, solid wisdom, number one, advice and suggestions. He's very direct and he always tells me the truth, and I appreciate that. And everyone else that has told me anything about this podcast and what they think about it, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys.
Yes.
All right, y'all.
Feedback.
All
Bye,
right,
y'all.
feedback.
Bye,
All right, y'all. Peace out.
Bye.
Bye.